viewers, welcome to your favorite channel, Gobe TV, and I remain your host, Jay. And today, what we're going to be talking about, we are talking about the most important things that you need to look out for when creating an e-commerce website or an e-commerce platform. Electronic commerce, popularly known as e-commerce, is the new gold mine in the business world, especially as it has to do with doing business online. Since the turn of the new century, the most improved sector in global trade has actually been e-commerce. In Nigeria, for instance, e-commerce spend in Nigeria has been estimated to be around the tune of 12 billion US dollars and is projected to rise to the tune of 75 US billion dollars by the year 2025. This surge in e-commerce spending in Nigeria is largely aided by an increased youthful population with a larger middle income spenders and also a larger purchasing power among the citizens, and likewise an increased smartphone and internet penetration among the population. E-commerce actually it has grown from Nigeria from a very unpopular stuff to a booming industry due to the numerous advantages that it portends or it holds for both shoppers and also sellers. The e-commerce platform sector in Nigeria has continued to attract a lot of investors on a daily basis because of the numerous advantages and benefits that are there for most of the investors. So now, but the major challenges faced by these investors has most times been about creating a relevant and useful and effective platform that will help them scale through. Now, we're looking at what are those challenges. The major challenges have been about creating the right website that will help them scale through this business or scale through in the world of e-commerce. So today we're looking at those key things that as an entrepreneur you need that will help you succeed in the world of e-commerce in Nigeria. What are those key things that you need when designing a website? Because as we know, website actually is the engine room that drives e-commerce, not just in Nigeria but all over the world. So what are those key things that you need? You need an effective website that will not just portray your brand but will act as a shopping mall to your customers and will portray your brand in the right image and we have all the needed ingredients that will drive you through the world of e-commerce in Nigeria and globally. So those are the key things that will be needed for an e-commerce platform or an e-commerce website to actually scale through. So number one is coherence. Your e-commerce website is not just a place where customers go to when they need information about your company. It's actually a shopping mall. So there needs to be coherence with the designs, the features and the colors. Because the first thing customers do when they visit your platform is that it should represent visit your website rather, that it should represent the brand's identity. There should be coherence with the way everything the designs are arranged with everything there. It must represent the identity of your brand. There must be coherence with the design, the features, and the colors on your e-commerce platform because that's actually your shopping mall. So the way you structure your physical shopping mall or design, the way it will be designed, the interior design will look like, both the exterior design, the way you structure it. Actually, you must take note of that. You must structure your e-commerce website in such a way that there's coherence with everything that is on your e-commerce website. So number two, it should be easy to navigate. And let me tell you something. An average Nigerian is actually very, very impatient about everything. Likewise, his shopping experience online. So your e-commerce website must have a functional search bar. That's inevitable because you should try to make it very easy for your customers or your visitors to be able to move from one page, one section, or one category, from one product to another. So a functional search bar is inevitable while designing your e-commerce platform because users will actually get pissed off if they have a very hard time searching for product that they intend to buy. So you must make it very easy for them to navigate from one place to another or from one product or section or category to another. So making it easy to navigate, making your e-commerce website very easy to navigate is very, very important and key when creating your e-commerce platform. And number three, it should have nice page displays. Remember, take note that you're not just creating a website for your business, but you're actually creating a showroom for your brand. So your e-commerce website must have nice page displays, just the same way that a showroom actually showcases the product for the customers to admire and purchase. Likewise, your e-commerce platform. So actually, your e-commerce website should be your landing and homepage should be adorned with nice and mouth-watering discounts, so, watering offers such as discount and a lot of an enticing and irresistible call to action. This will entice customers a lot. So making your website your showroom, the showroom for your brand is actually very, very important. And number four, it must have shopping carts. Just the same way, when you walk into a shopping mall, you know that you actually need shopping carts, right? Likewise, your e-commerce platform. This will make it easy for customers to collect or pick the goods or items that they want to purchase into a shopping cart where they will proceed to make payment or check out as the case may be. So having shopping cart is something that is inevitable. I don't even need to dwell more on this because as an entrepreneur that need to go into e-commerce, your website having a shopping cart is something that is non-negotiable, something that's actually inevitable. Your website must have a functional shopping cart. You can make the shopping cart very interesting and differentiate it from that of your competitors and make it very, very effective and easy for your customers to actually check out after selecting their item. And number five, it should have multiple payment options. Just imagine you walk into a supermarket or a shopping mall and you ask that, like, they don't accept transfer or they don't accept debit or ATM card as the case may be, that they only accept cash. A lot of people will be pissed off in this era. So likewise, your e-commerce website, you must have multiple payment options and payment gateways for your customers and your visitors. So if, for instance, let's just for the sake of explanation actually, let's assume you're making use of Paystack, right? You can also make use of FilterWave as an alternative. You can make accept bank transfer and also other means of accepting payment on your platform. So having multiple payment options that are reliable and trustworthy is actually an added advantage, so that customers that might be discouraged, who are not so into a particular means of making payment, can actually have alternative, viable and credible alternative to make use of. So you must have multiple payment options, the ones that are actually very, very good. So that's also very important and a good thing to consider when creating your e-commerce. So, and number six, the last but not the least, your e-commerce platform should your e-commerce website should boldly display your customer care lines, because you know we have a lot of trust issues in this part of the world, and you know that the reason is your guess is as good as mine. So your e-commerce platform actually should boldly display your customer care lines to give the customer the feeling that there is someone out there who entertains their complaints, who answer their inquiries, and so on and so forth, and ensure that your customer care service is actually very efficient and you're up and doing. You're always running, always in operation 247 to attend to customers who have complaints or inquiries. So, and also your return policy should also be clearly stated and boldly written on your e-commerce website, so that customers will know the return policy should, in case they have issues while getting their orders or the orders they've made, if they have received defective product and so on and so forth, that there is a return policy for them. And so that will help build customers' confidence and trust in your platform. So having a functional customer care service as well as the customer care service being displayed on your website, likewise a return policy for your clients, is actually very important for you to create an e-commerce